Hi everybody, Matt Gilby, Managing Director of My Agent Real Estate. I'm here with Amy McIntosh, Senior Property Manager, and we're here to do the Property Management June wrap-up, just to discuss all things that were in the month of June. So the first thing that we wanted to cover was we are in our new office in Port Melbourne. We decided to move across from the CBD for a couple of reasons, mainly for accessibility around the greater area of Melbourne. It's connected to three of the different major freeways here. We have double the space as well. Our agency is growing pretty rapidly, so we did need some more floor space. And we've also got a number of car spaces too. So we just wanted to make it a little bit easier for our trades, our tenants, our landlords to come across and hopefully spend a bit more time with us in the office here. The other thing that we wanted to cover in this wrap up is our lockdown impacts. So obviously we've just come off another Victorian state lockdown, and a few people had some questions around that.
Yeah. So the 2 week impact, or the 2 week lockdown, definitely had an impact on the market this month. We saw a lot of differences this time around where we had prepared when knowing we were going into lockdown, that we got video tours organised and tried to get as prepared as possible. We did find that this time around that tenants weren't actually wanting to lease properties off the video tours, and that they wanted to wait and ride the lockdown out and physically inspect the property. We found that has sort of delayed a lot of the leasing process by around about the 4 week mark. So there has definitely been an impact and a lag time with that. We also had to put a hold on routine inspections. We've also been heavily restricted when we did open up on being able to do open for inspections and private appointments.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge for everybody. So we've just had to do the best we can, make a couple of alterations, and it's something that's not new to us. Unfortunately, we've had to go through a number of lockdowns over the last 18 months or so. So look, we're back on track now, which is going really well. Our leasing and also the rental payments are back to where they were prior to this most recent lockdown as well. Mm-hmm. The other thing that we wanted to talk about today was the RTA compliance. This is something that has been ongoing and a lot of interest both from renters and rental providers. I guess the bottom line is that a lot of the fears and concerns with a lot of our rental providers have been alleviated over the rollout of this. So, we were worried about, and rental providers were worried about tenants perhaps making some radical changes to the properties and even getting pets. And realistically, it's just been business as normal, Amy, hasn't it?
We really haven't seen many. There's been your normal pet requests. I wouldn't say that that's increased at all. And we really haven't, with being able to go out and do the routine inspections, we really haven't found that many tenants have altered properties. They haven't painted walls. They haven't put picture hooks up or shelving or anything like that. So yeah, it's sort of business as normal.
Yeah, which is great. The other thing too that we've had come up recently, given that the market rental has been down a little bit, particularly in the CBD and the inner city, we've had a number of rental providers sort of asking questions about alternative arrangements, like an Airbnb scenario or a short stay option rather than the standard means of rental. And I guess we just wanted to address that and give our take on it. There's a number of different factors that go into doing a short stay. You first have to furnish the entire property, and with that comes challenges. So you've obviously got to get the furniture in, purchase it, you've got the wear and tear, and then whenever anything breaks down or is stolen, it needs to be replaced straight away, be the first thing.
And before you can even release the property or re-tenant the property out again.
Yeah, so exactly right. You also have more wear and tear associated with doing the short stay arrangement. So if you think about the foot traffic associated with people coming and going, and I guess having more people in the place if there's parties and sort of guests coming over. So your carpet, your showers and your kitchen walls are getting dinted, and I guess there's just a little bit more associated with wear and tear associated with short stays, just purely from the traffic. The other thing from our perspective is it does take longer for us to do what we call an entry and an exit report. So when we go in to assess whether there's any damage or whether it needs additional cleaning, or you're doing any inventory checks simply to see if anything's been stolen, it does take longer, so it does have extra associated costs.
And some of these reports can have 1,000 photos on them. So if you're going through each room, there's a lot of photos, a lot of detail that go into these inspections. And you could be at a property for anywhere between one the other day we did was 6 hours for an inventory.
Yeah, it really does make it a little bit harder. There's a couple of other costs associated too. So you obviously need to get professional cleaning. There are subscription fees associated with various different sites. Insurance can become a bit of an issue as well. So your standard landlord insurance doesn't really apply for those type of situations, and some insurance providers will have exclusions associated with it as well. You have to also be mindful of bad reviews. We look at Airbnb as one of the major suppliers. If you don't maintain a healthy rating, it can be a challenge in terms of leasing, and it can create additional vacancy problems. A couple of the other issues,
one of the very big issues that we do find with Airbnb properties is the owner's corporation and noise violations. For instance, occasionally there's drunk people that come down the hallway, damage the hallway, may leave something in the hallway, and then it reflects on the owner, and it's the owner that may get fined for this.
Yeah, they're pretty hefty fines in some scenarios. So I guess when you think about the negatives associated, it's offset by a higher rental when you do short stay. You can ask for a higher rental. Looking at the net balance between the two and the extra effort associated with it, and the potential risks associated with insurance and OCs, our general take is that it's not our preferred option. We still believe that the tried and true 6 or 12 month leases in the standard market is a better way to go than the short stay in Airbnb. So that concludes our June wrap, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month.
Bye.